What happens when the facade of a seemingly perfect family crumbles? The Murray family's tragic story reveals a tapestry of hidden secrets and devastating consequences that would leave a community in shock. Join us as we unravel the layers of this heartbreaking true crime tale. The Murray family lived in a quiet suburb, picturesque and filled with laughter. Neighbors often described them as the ideal family, blissfully unaware of the turmoil brewing beneath the surface. But one fateful night would shatter this illusion forever. As we delve deeper, we learn about the family members. John, the father, was a respected schoolteacher, while Linda, the mother, was known for her community involvement. Their two children, Sarah and Tim, seemed like any typical siblings. But appearances can be deceiving. Despite their public image, there were whispers of trouble within the Murray household. Friends noted the strain in John and Linda's marriage, leading to speculation about infidelity and discontent. These rumors would soon emerge from the shadows. On the night of the tragedy, a storm raged outside, mirroring the chaos within. The Murrays were hosting a family dinner when an unexpected guest arrived, changing everything. The atmosphere shifted from joy to unease in an instant. This guest, a longtime friend of the family, brought with him a dark history. Unknown to the Murrays, he was entangled in a web of crime and betrayal. What unfolded that night was a tragic culmination of secrets, lies, and desperation. As dinner progressed, tensions escalated. The evening was punctuated by heated arguments revealing deep-seated issues within the family. What started as a gathering of love turned into a battleground of accusations and pain. When the night came to a tragic close, no one could have predicted the aftermath. In a moment of rage, a confrontation spiraled out of control, leading to an irreversible act of violence. The Murray family's life would change forever. The next morning, the serene suburban neighborhood was shattered by the news of the tragedy. Local authorities were called to investigate, uncovering a web of lies that would lead them down a dark path. What they discovered left the community in disbelief. As investigators pieced together the events, they learned of hidden financial troubles that plagued the Murrays. John's gambling addiction had spiraled out of control, putting immense pressure on the family and fueling the underlying tensions. In interviews with friends and neighbors, the police uncovered more unsettling truths. Linda's suspicions about John's fidelity only added fuel to the fire. The secrets they hid had become a ticking time bomb. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that the friend who attended dinner played a crucial role in the tragedy. Motivated by his own demons, he exploited the family's vulnerabilities, leading to a catastrophic end. The community was left reeling, grappling with the heartbreaking loss and betrayal. Vigils were held in honor of the victims, as people struggled to comprehend how a family could fall apart so dramatically. In the aftermath, the Murray children were placed in the care of relatives, their lives forever altered. As they faced the challenges of growing up without their parents, the haunting memories lingered. Years later, the community still remembers the Murrays. Conversations about the tragedy continue, a reminder of the fragility of family bonds and the secrets that can destroy. In the wake of the tragedy, support systems emerged to help families grappling with similar issues. The Murrays' story became a cautionary tale, encouraging conversations about mental health and addiction. Despite the heartbreak, the Murray family's tragedy sparked change. Local organizations began advocating for mental health resources, highlighting the importance of addressing hidden struggles within families. While the Murrays may be gone, their story continues to resonate. It serves as a reminder of the complexities of family dynamics and the unseen battles many face behind closed doors. As we reflect on the tragic tale of the Murray family, we are reminded of the importance of communication and understanding within our own lives. What lessons can we learn from their story? How can we prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future? Thank you for joining us as we explored the devastating secrets behind the Murray family tragedy. If you found this story compelling, please subscribe for more true crime tales that unveil the hidden truths of our world. As investigators scoured the scene for clues, the eeriness of the Murray home became palpable. What secrets lay hidden behind its closed doors, waiting to be uncovered? The family's seemingly perfect exterior began to show cracks that hinted at deeper issues. Local residents recalled the family's cheerful facade, unaware of the turmoil brewing beneath the surface. Murmurs of discontent and whispered rumors began to circulate, pointing toward a troubling reality that few dared to confront. One of the investigators, Detective Sarah Blake, made a crucial discovery. A series of journal entries written by the eldest Murray child revealed emotional struggles that were never addressed. The writings hinted at feelings of isolation within the family unit. The entries painted a picture of a family caught in a cycle of silence, where communication broke down as pressures mounted. It became evident that there were unresolved conflicts that may have ultimately led to the tragedy. As the investigation progressed, financial troubles surfaced. The Murrays had been struggling to make ends meet, and the stress of their situation weighed heavily on all family members. This financial strain was a critical element of their story. Neighbors recalled seeing the Murrays argue more frequently as tensions escalated. The once peaceful home became a battleground of hurtful words and emotional outbursts, leaving everyone on edge and concerned for their well-being. In the midst of these struggles, the youngest Murray child began to show signs of distress. Teachers noted changes in behavior at school, with frequent episodes of withdrawal and anxiety. These signs were alarming but went unnoticed by many. The community remained largely oblivious to the cracks in the Murray family dynamic. While they participated in local events and gatherings, deeper issues festered just beneath the surface, creating a dangerous facade of normalcy. Detective Blake's probing revealed that the family had been seeking help. Appointments with counselors and therapists were made, but the stigma surrounding mental health kept them from fully engaging in the process. As the investigation continued, it became clear that the family's tragic end was not just a singular event, but a culmination of years of unaddressed pain. Each family member carried their own burdens, ultimately leading to their downfall. The community began to rally around the tragedy, questioning their own perceptions of what was happening behind closed doors. The Murray story became a catalyst for discussions about mental health and the importance of community support. In the wake of the tragedy, a local charity was established in the Murray family's name. This organization aimed to provide mental health resources and support to families struggling silently, ensuring that their story would not be forgotten. As people began to share their own experiences, a sense of solidarity emerged within the community. The Murray tragedy served as a sobering reminder that behind every smile, there could be hidden struggles that deserve to be acknowledged. Amidst these discussions, stories of resilience surfaced. Individuals began to speak out about their own trials, fostering an environment where it became acceptable to seek help without shame or fear of judgment. Detective Blake's investigation remained ongoing, with new leads emerging weekly. Each new detail brought hope for understanding, but with it, the weight of the family's pain grew heavier as more layers were uncovered. The media began to take an interest in the case, uncovering the Murrays' story for a wider audience. Documentaries and articles highlighted not only the tragedy, but also the critical need for open dialogue surrounding mental health. As the narrative spread, experts weighed in on the psychological impacts of familial stressors. They emphasized the importance of recognizing early signs of distress and the necessity of intervention before situations spiral out of control. In the wake of heightened awareness, initiatives began to emerge across the nation focused on mental health education. Schools started implementing programs to educate children on emotional well-being and coping strategies. As the Murrays' tragic story continued to unfold, many in the community began to advocate for policy changes to improve mental health resources. Voices grew louder, demanding action to prevent future tragedies. The legacy of the Murray family began to take shape, not just as a tragic ending, but as a powerful call to action. Their story inspired many to break the silence surrounding mental health, igniting change that had been long overdue. As conversations continued, families shared their journeys toward healing, highlighting the importance of community support systems. The lessons learned from the Murray tragedy resonated widely, leading to a collective commitment toward change. Despite the darkness of their story, the Murray family's impact became a beacon of hope for those grappling with similar struggles. Their story served as a reminder that healing is possible even in the face of tremendous pain. With each new development in the case, the community reflected on their own lives, focusing on the necessity of compassion and understanding. The Murray family's story brought about a shift in perspective that would linger for generations. As we continue to explore the fallout from the Murray tragedy, we can't ignore the significance of mental health advocacy. The aftermath of their story has sparked a movement towards better understanding and resource allocation for those in need. The Murray family's legacy serves as a critical reminder that while tragedy can strike, it also has the power to inspire change and foster greater awareness. Stay tuned as we uncover more layers in this ongoing investigation, continuing to shine a light on the importance of mental health in our society. The investigation into the tragic events surrounding the Murray family took on a new angle as local authorities began to uncover hidden truths. Interviews with relatives and friends painted a complex portrait of the family's struggles, revealing the deep-seated issues they faced. What had once seemed like an isolated incident now appeared to be intertwined with a larger societal problem. Among these revelations was the family's struggle with mental health, often dismissed as a taboo topic by those in their community. Friends spoke of the silent battles fought behind closed doors, highlighting the stigma that prevented them from seeking help. This pervasive culture of silence added layers of tragedy to their story, affecting not only the Murrays but many others. As the investigation progressed, a key piece of evidence emerged: a series of journals kept by members of the Murray family. These writings revealed their innermost feelings, fears, and the weight of unexpressed anguish. Each page turned seemed to uncover a hidden plea for understanding, resonating with a wider audience grappling with similar issues. The journals not only chronicled personal experiences, but also contained reflections on community perceptions of mental health. They revealed a longing for connection and understanding amidst overwhelming despair. The insights gained from these pages became a crucial part of the ongoing narrative, challenging the community to confront their own biases. In light of these discoveries, local advocacy groups began mobilizing to address mental health stigma in the community. Their efforts transformed the Murray family's tragedy into a catalyst for change, igniting discussions that had long been silenced. Workshops and support groups began to emerge, creating safe spaces for those affected by mental health issues. The Murray family story reached beyond their immediate community, inspiring a broader movement toward mental health awareness. Social media campaigns began to circulate, sharing the family's narrative and encouraging others to speak up. This digital outcry reflected a growing understanding that mental health is a shared struggle, not an individual burden. As the community rallied together, they held vigils honoring the Murray family and all victims of mental health struggles. These gatherings provided a platform for healing and remembrance. Each candle lit became a symbol of hope, illuminating the path toward a more compassionate dialogue about mental health. However, not all were receptive to this change. Some community members resisted discussing mental health, clinging to outdated beliefs and misconceptions. This resistance highlighted the ongoing challenges faced by advocates as they worked tirelessly to break down barriers and foster understanding in the face of adversity. Despite the pushback, the momentum for change grew stronger, fueled by the Murray family's legacy. Schools began incorporating mental health education into their curricula, aiming to equip the next generation with the tools they need to understand and address these issues. Young minds were encouraged to view mental health as a priority rather than a taboo. In a poignant twist, the Murray family's story inspired local artists to share their interpretations of mental health struggles through various forms of art. Murals and sculptures depicting the complexities of mental health issues began to appear around town. Each piece served as a reminder of the importance of empathy and understanding. As the years passed, the community began to see tangible changes. Annual mental health awareness events drew larger crowds, and conversations once shrouded in silence became more commonplace. The legacy of the Murray family transformed from one of tragedy to one of resilience and hope for future generations. In reflecting on the journey of the Murray family, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the importance of fostering open conversations about mental health. Their story serves as a testament that even in the face of overwhelming despair, there is a potential for growth and healing. Change can begin with one family's tragedy and ripple through a community. As we conclude this chapter of the Murray family story, let us carry their legacy forward. May we cultivate an environment where mental health is openly discussed and understood, allowing future generations to thrive. Let's challenge the stigma together and ensure that no one suffers in silence, as we remember the Murrays and the lessons they imparted.